Tara was a 19-year-old woman who had great love for the cycling world. She was described to be fun, serious, smart, playful, and kind. She had just graduated from Belen High School and enrolled as a sophomore at the University of New Mexico in Valencia. Her grades were considered to be higher than average and planned to become a psychiatrist. She worked at a local bank close to where she lived and would ride her bike 34 miles with her mom almost every day. In the morning of September 20th, 1988, Tara left home to go on a 34-mile cycling adventure and had plans to later see her boyfriend to play tennis. Normally, she would ride her bike with her mom, but previously her mom felt uncomfortable as she noticed she was being stalked by an unknown vehicle in their previous cycling trips. But that didn't stop Tara, as she was very independent and didn't mind going cycling by herself. According to Tara's mom, before leaving, she asked her to come get her if she wasn't home by noon. Little did she know, it was going to be the last time she saw her daughter. It was 12 p.m. and Patty noticed Tara still wasn't back from her trip. She decided to go search for her in their normal cycling route in New Mexico State Road 47, where they rode every morning. She drove up and down that route, seeing if she could find any trace of her. As time went on, Patty decided to call the police. A search party was then put together, but still, there were no signs of Tara nor her bike. According to reports, Tara left her home on Brugg Street at 9:30 in the morning. Witnesses last seen her at 11 a.m. in Highway 47. One or two people saw a light-colored pickup truck they thought might be riding along with Tara. The only thing police found was Tara's Walkman and a cassette tape. Since police couldn't find Tara, they quickly assumed she was unhappy and thought she decided to run away from home, which her family quickly denied as they described Tara to be cheerful, full of enthusiasm, with no signs of distress. On June 15th, 1989, almost 9 months since her disappearance, there was a mysterious Polaroid picture that was found in the convenience store parking lot in St. Joe, Florida, nearly 1,500 miles from where Tara disappeared. The strange photo resembled a girl who looked just like Tara and a boy who was next to her on the bed, duct taped over their mouths, appearing to be abducted or kidnapped. The woman who found the picture called the police immediately, telling them a white Toyota van had been parked in the spot just before she got there. The man who was the driver of the van looked in his 30s with a mustache. The police did everything they could to find the driver and the van, but was unsuccessful. The Polaroid picture gained national attention on the television show America's Most Wanted. At first, Patty wasn't certain that was her daughter, but the more she looked at the picture, the more she believed it to be. The girl in the picture had the same scar that Tara had due to a car accident she's been on in the past. There was also a book that was next to the girl in the picture by V.C. Andrews, which was Tara's favorite author. Patty was very convinced it was her daughter, but the authorities weren't so sure. The FBI was unable to offer evidence, and the experts in Los Alamos National Laboratory doubted it was her. At first, the boy who appeared to be in the Polaroid picture was thought to be Michael Henley. The family of Michael Henley came forward to identify the young boy in the Polaroid picture. Michael was a boy who had vanished in New Mexico in April 1989 while he was in a hunting trip with his father. Both families of Tara and Michael's were waiting for the police response anxiously to see if they found new leads, but in the end, only one family received answers. Michael Henley's remains was found in Zuni's Mountain on April 21st, 1990, which was 7 miles from the campsite where he disappeared. They discovered that he died from exposure long before the Polaroid had been developed. For 3 decades, Tara's case became code. Tara's family did everything they could to find her by appearing in countless shows like Oprah, Unsolved Mysteries, 48 Hours, and A Current Affair to beg for news of their daughter. In 2008, a sheriff by the name of Rene Rivera of Valencia County stated that he knew who killed Tara. He stated that there were 2 men who were teenagers at the time were following Tara on her bike when some kind of accident happened, and in a panic, they hit her body. but without any substantial evidence, the police had to disregard those claims. Over the years, there were two more Polaroid pictures that had surfaced. One was a blurry photo of a girl's face with tape covering her mouth, was found near a construction site in Montecito, California, which may have been taken in May of 1989. The second photo shows a woman tied up with gauze. Her eyes were covered with more gauze, sitting next to an unidentifiable man on an Amtrak train. This picture was not available until February of 1990. In 2006, Tara's mom died from a series of strokes after relocating to Florida with her husband John. Her daughter was always in her mind, her friends and family say. Near the end of her life, she would see a young girl on a bicycle and would point out and write down, "That's Tara." And John would tell her, "No, that's not Tara." Tara's older brother said that the disappearance of her sister significantly shortened his mother's lifespan. The police would send photos of every possibility, including photos of bodies, dismembered bodies, and every time Mom got an envelope with the newest pictures, she had to look at them, said Tara's brother. Tara Calico has been missing for more than 30 years. Her disappearance remains one of the most haunting cold cases in recent memory, but in September 2021, there was a search warrant connected to the case and was executed at a home in Valencia. There has been no details that has been made in relation to the warrant, and no trace of Tara and her remains.